Snap Printing Castlebar, proudly sponsoring this week's Mayo TV show.
Pádraig Overcoger, you're welcome indeed to another edition of the programme. As always, we'll be handing over to Manchester, where Martin Logan is standing by, and he has some more great stories from the Irish community right across the UK. Well, this week we're coming to you from Braefley House Resort for, believe it or not, the 20th anniversary of the Western Care Candlelight Ball. And as you can see behind me here, there's a tremendous atmosphere. It's a packed house, and they're raising lots of money for the Western Care Association.
The Valentine's Candlelight Ball celebrates its 20th anniversary this year. The people of Mayo have embraced this fundraiser. Year after year, businesses and the great people of County Mayo have contributed financially and by donating prizes. To date, 20 fundraising balls have raised over €245,000 to fund around 260 projects for children and adults with intellectual differences from across County Mayo. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations for continuing to support the Valentine's Candlelight Ball in aid of Western Care Association. Lorraine Hall, one of the ball's founding members, will remind us of where it all began.
Back in approximately 1998, I received a telephone call from Barbara Neary, or Barbara Flynn, as she may have been. I think she got married around that time, to ask me would I join the Castlebar voluntary branch of Western Care. I had some familiarity with the organisation. Johnny Mee, who's a founder member, would have been a neighbour of my grandfather's, and they were very good friends. So I was somewhat familiar with the organisation, but didn't really know what it done. Primarily our responsibilities, I suppose, were to raise money and awareness and raise the profile of the organisation. We looked at how we would be able to raise funds. We had a family fun day, and on Sportland we did bake sales. Primarily we were concentrating on the door-to-door collection, which is still a huge fundraiser for Western Care. Then at a meeting, Barbara Flynn came up with the idea that we would have a ball. There were a few balls kind of dotted around the place, but that we'd have an annual event and that we'd suck it and see, we'd run a ball, see how it would go and try and raise as much money as possible. So that's where the idea of the ball came from Barbara. So Johnny brought in Helena, Barbara brought in myself, and we had the crew that were already established in the Castlebar voluntary branch. And we ran the ball for a number of years, generally in the winter time around October, November. Later on then the opportunity came for the ball to be held in the springtime, and the Valentine weekend came up. Anne Staunton, Pat's wife, was a member of our committee at the time. She came up with the name Candlelight Valentine Ball. But at this stage, the ball had really kind of developed its own legs. It could nearly have ran itself. We just needed a team of people pushing behind it to get bums on seats, get auction items, collect spot prizes from very generous sponsors. And we've had many, many sponsors that have been associated with us for years, who have continued annually to give generously. It's been my pleasure to be involved with Western Care, the Castlebar Voluntary Branch and the Candlelight Ball Committee for over 20 years. I have made many lifelong friends. It's an honour, really. It really is to work with a Mayo-based charity, supporting Mayo people, Mayo services and raising much needed money for Western Care.
Now let's hear from Teresa Ward, Western Care Association's Fundraising and Development Manager.
On behalf of Western Care Association, I would like to sincerely thank the committee for their hard work, dedication and commitment to the Western Care Valentine Candlelight Ball. The volunteers on the Candlelight Ball Committee are the most amazing group of people that I've ever worked with. They give so tirelessly of their time, their expertise and their energy. They are people who are very, very busy in their own lives, a lot of people in business, and yet I'm always amazed at how they can take that time out to work on the Candlelight Ball Committee for Western Care Association. The only thing I can say is they care so much about, they're very caring people, and their main motivation, of course, is always to raise as much needed funds as possible for the organisation, because they see firsthand what, for example, €500 can mean to a group of people or to a specific project. And I think that's the most exciting part for the committee when we give the presentation of the cheques in Loughlana in early March, after all the projects are supported. It's an amazing group of people, and we're just absolutely thrilled to have them on our committee.
Every cent raised from this ball goes towards projects run and supported by Western Care Association. The types of projects that have benefit are the purchase of iPads and other communication equipment, outdoor swings, sports and gym equipment, arts projects, sensory equipment, sensory gardens, and portable hoists, to name just a few. But let's hear about two special projects that have been funded by this ball: the Bright Nights project and Lego-based therapy, otherwise known as the Bricks Club.
So the Bricks Club is one of the projects that have been funded through the Candlelight Ball. We received funding in 2016, 2017 and 2018, and that has totalled €1,500. That money has been used to purchase Lego resources that are used as part of the Lego-based therapy. In the Lego-based therapy, there is 3 distinct roles. There's an engineer, builder and supplier, and the children have the opportunity then to work together to build a Lego model. So there's lots of opportunities for social skills development and enhancement. They would engage in a lot of problem solving, listening, joint attention, turn taking, waiting, giving directions, taking instructions, and lots of other communication skills developed as part of the Bricks Club.
Respite is important for the families of people with intellectual differences. One day trip with the Bright Nights Club can facilitate up to 13 people. That equates to 117 hours of respite over a 9-hour day. These are the positive impacts that this fundraiser is achieving. Over the years, we've been privileged to have had some really high-profile celebrities launch our ball and join us as guest speakers. Their participation has given the ball the reputation of being a high-class event and enabled us to promote the ball and the great work of Western Care far and wide. Later tonight we'll be joined by Mayo GA All-Star Paddy Durkin as our highly anticipated guest speaker. So enjoy your night, have fun, and thank you for your continued support.
The one and only Anne Doyle.
I know that a great deal of hard work, a huge amount of organisation, and a great deal of generosity on the part of volunteers. All these things go into doing the work that is carried out, the essential work that is carried out by Western Care. And I was very conscious of how important this work is. But then I had to look around and I said, well, you may be hard-working and you may be the souls of generosity, but my God, you don't half scrub up well, don't you?
I'm delighted to be here this afternoon to officially launch the Candlelight Ball. As you can see, all of the hearts behind me underway for this coming year. I know it'll be a great success and just a wonderful testament to all the people who have been involved in the organisation of this great event for so many years. It is no mean feat that they have achieved year in, year out. I'm sure many of you will attend and many of you maybe will help in other ways that I don't know about. So whatever you can do to make it a success, whatever you can do, if you can be there on the night and maybe just help in a financial way, it'll be wonderful. But if you're watching this at the ball, have a great night and you'll be all loved up, so good luck.
Hi everybody, Mike Denver here. I'm delighted to be launching the 20th Valentine's Candlelight Ball in aid of the great organisation Western Care Association. Don't miss out, it's going to be a great night and it's all in aid of a great cause.
It's a fantastic night, and it really is the night in the Mayo and Castlebar social calendar. Like, looking around the room tonight, you'll see the glitz and the glamour. Everybody makes such an effort, and it really is a special event to be part of. We're celebrating 20 years of the Candlelight Ball tonight, which is really impressive to think that somebody could continue on a fundraiser for 20 consecutive years without break, and to have raised the kind of money, €250,000 for Western Care Association. But tonight we've a few little surprises that only a couple of select people know about. So we've got Dua Voce coming tonight. They're a fantastic tenor group, and they're going to have everybody on their feet. The roof will lift off the building when they get going, and I've seen them before. They're amazing. We have a lovely video that we produced as well to celebrate 20 years of the ball. So that's just a little extra dimension that's coming to it tonight.
And there's a special guest speaker as always this year.
Oh, Paddy Durkin. He's amazing. Everybody loves Paddy Durkin, and he's really come to the fore in Mayo football. He got his first All-Star last year, and we'd be pretty sure it's not going to be his last as well. And he has a special connection with Western Care himself. So he's really highly anticipated guest speaker here tonight. And it's great to have the likes of him coming along and supporting the ball, and just giving Western Care that extra bit of publicity that the organisation really does deserve.
Sarah, you got involved with the Candlelight Ball last year.
I did, Shirley, and this year I was so impressed with what I saw last year, and with the level of organisation and the level of commitment by everybody involved in it, that I ended up getting involved in the committee this year.
And there are a lot of business people involved with the committee here. You're one, and Snap is your business. And what exactly do you do?
Well, we've been involved. We've been in Mayo since 2006, and we initially, I suppose, people would associate us with printing, which is a core part of our business, but we also do signage, promotional products, website design, online products, anything basically that you can print or that you need to put your name on or a brand, we look after for you.
So you have a few jobs to do tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. So you've the, I think I'm in charge of the mystery gamble. So there you go.
An important part of the evening. And a fundraiser as well for Western Care.
Absolutely, it's a great fundraiser. Sure, the money they raised tonight is amazing, and what it does for families who are in receipt of the services is just amazing.
It's a lovely night, Henry, and obviously it's for a good cause, and there's brilliant people here. I mean, our friend over there, Tommy Collins, and yourself, you've been here for years yourself. I mean, you're part of the furniture now, but it'll be a good night. Looking forward to it. We've got a table here tonight. We've got a lot of friends coming. It's a good night out.
Your own business, Lee, you have a number of businesses. I know Westport Adventure Park, and I know you're involved very much in the networking group as well. What's the benefit of the BNI?
Well, the benefit of BNI is obviously connecting people. It's putting like-minded people together. We work within 7 core values, and one of which is givers gain and a positive attitude. We meet very early in the morning before the worm's up and about.
About 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we do, yeah, as well. We're about 6:45, but some of us are there, some of us meet about 5:45 in the morning. We get a lot of business from it, and you're around community people. And it's about, really, a lot of it's about serving the community. Very similar to the Western Care Ball, really. We look out for each other, and it helps generate a lot of money in the community. Some of the networking groups are doing like 5-10 million a year in sort of business in a local area. And when you put good people together, it's about working as a team. We're looking out for each other. Old school, Henry. The stuff we would have done naturally years ago, there's a system on it in the process, but it goes really well.
You're looking forward to tonight?
Oh, we're really loving it. And I'm the designated driver, so I won't be probably as enjoying it as much as everybody else, but I always enjoy it. And we've got a good auctioneer, our friend Tommy Collins, and yourself. Are you singing tonight, Henry?
No, I'm not. No. It's lovely to see you again, Lee. And every year we meet up at this time of the year, and you're a tremendous supporter of the Candlelight Ball and charity events. So, and enjoy the night.
Thank you, Henry. Look after yourself.
We're delighted to be here tonight for the 20th anniversary of the Candlelight Ball. And I suppose for me, I was chairperson 2 years ago, so the current chairperson took over from me, and it was an honour and a privilege to be involved as chairperson, as it is to be involved in the committee. So it's a wonderful organisation with an amazing committee of people that some of that are there from the very beginning. And I suppose it's great that it supports service users in the whole county. So it's brilliant to be here tonight for the 20th anniversary.
And you're the future, Corey. You're the incoming chairperson of the Candlelight Ball Committee. How do you feel about that?
I'm excited and a bit nervous, I suppose. But really, when you look at the committee that's behind behind the organisation of all this, huge talented women and men, and who put so much work and effort into it every year, and this ball just flows so easily on the night. It's one of the best nights in Castlebar or in Mayo for the season, and particularly as it falls around Valentine's weekend. But I'm really excited because it'll be 21 years next year, and like the support that you get from both the people that attend the ball, the sponsors that just give so generously to it, and the committee. I mean, as they say, big shoes to follow, but I am so delighted that they are all staying around and they'll all be on committee with me next year, and we're going to have great fun putting the 21st ball together next year.
It's an awful important night for Western Care. In the 20 years of the ball, we have raised almost $250,000. So that's no mean achievement. 20 years in existence, and believe it or not, we have 4 of the original committee still working hard with us to make tonight a success, Henry.
All the proceeds from these go directly to the service users, which is a fantastic
It is, it's brilliant. And I suppose that's one of the highlights for us as committee members, that we get to see the funds go directly, and we see the impact that makes on the lives of the service users. So it's great. And I have to thank the sponsors. Castlebar is unbelievable when it comes to supporting things like this. The generosity of the businesses around the town is second to none, and the 260 people that will attend the ball tonight, they'll all be putting their hands in their pockets, so it's great, and I can only thank them.
Delighted to be here again this year, 20 years. Congratulations to Western Care Association on their 20th anniversary, holding the Valentine's Ball. I believe they're in existence over 50 years, helping out families all over the west of Ireland. Tremendous organisation, and they deserve every credit that we can give them.
And business people like yourself play an important role when it comes to particularly fundraising an event like this.
Yeah, it's very important that the business community come behind organisations like Western Care. As I said earlier, the work they do is tremendous, and business people have been pretty generous as well, I believe, and we at Kevin Byrne Auctioneers are delighted to support this event.
I know you're a great man for the auctions here tonight as well. You always like to sit to buy something and contribute and bring something home from the event.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a great buzz. Tommy Collins does a fantastic job, and hopefully he'll lighten all our pockets again tonight. Tommy,
you've been the auctioneer here for the Candlelight Ball for 20 years from day one. This must be a very special night for you.
It is, Henry, and it's also, I suppose, a special night for you as well. We've been slogging this out for the last 20 years. We were a lot darker in colour in the hair when we started out. It's a great privilege, and you know as well as I know the amount of effort that the committee have put into this, and the people who come, and the money that's allocated for the auction and other things that happen on the night go to very, very good causes, whether they're laptops or scented gardens or transport or something that's needed by the service users. And I think, what has stood out over the last 20 years is the speakers. Some really good, some really terrible. But everyone had a grasp of what service use is about. And I suppose doing the auction here, it's great to see the generosity of people. Now, we've had a tough few years over the last 10. It's been a tough one, but still people have rallied and contributed. And hopefully, I like to give a bargain. Sometimes they pay a little bit more maybe, which is nice because they want to. And the repartee and the fun and the people that we deal with here every year, and you see it yourself, not just me. I mean, I think you have a tougher job than I have. You have to deal with them all night, where I deal with them for a half an hour or whatever.
So the gavel, the auctioneer's gavel, that when that goes down for the final time tonight, you'll be happy. And they've raised a lot of money as well.
Yeah. This little piece of metal, the auctioneer's gavel or the judge's gavel, has made a lot of money for Western Care over the last 20 years. And you know something, it's a sign of the generosity of people and your generosity as well. I mean, you're the kind of stalwart here that can kind of forget about the people that do this stuff. But you know, you've been here, you've worked very closely with me and the committee, picking the speakers, getting it all done. And you know, sometimes the man behind the camera gets forgotten about as well. So I won't be amiss on that. And I'd say, Henry, the gavel will fall for both of us tonight.
Great. Well, we look forward to it. Thanks very much.
Pleasure working with you. God bless.
So now, who'll start me off with the Mayo jersey? All signed. Who'll start me off with €100? 100 bid, 100 bid, 100 bid on my right hand side, 100, I've got 150. 150 bid, 150 bid, 150 bid, 150 bid, if I 200. 200 bid, 200 bid, 200 bid, if I 220 bid, 220 bid, 220 bid on my left hand side. 500 bid in the middle there, 500, I've got 520. 520 bid, 520 bid, 520 bid, I'm standing at 520. All done on the right hand side here at 520. Once at 520. Twice at 520. All done at the final bid at 520. Sold at 520.
I'd just like to say thanks very much to Teresa as Development Officer and Dara as Chairperson of the committee for, I suppose, asking me to speak at such a prestigious event that has given so much to myself and my family. My brother Gary has availed of the Western Care Service for all his life, really. He's residing out in Lakeland's residence in Manola, and it's very fair to say that we're so lucky as a family that he has two homes, be it one in Sign Hill and one in Lakeland in Manola, so we're forever grateful for that. I suppose when Teresa initially asked me for this, I suppose in a sporting context I've been lucky enough, I've got to perform, you know, at a high level and play in front of massive crowds and that, and in stuff in Croke Park in front of AC3000 and stuff like that. But look, performing in front of 300 here tonight is, I tell you, it seems like 83,000 too. You know, just talking to Teresa prior to the event, I suppose I'm quite aware of what the services Western Care offers and stuff like that, obviously with Gary and being a member, as I said, but to have 245,000 or excess of that too, to be raised in 20 years, I think it's unbelievable. The generosity of the Mayo people in general is unreal, and I think a big round of applause is deserved for that, because that's a colossal amount of money to raise.
Snap Printing Castlebar, proudly sponsoring this week's Mayo TV show.